Welcome back to our segment about Portswigger Web Security Academy. Today we'll be focused on the learning path SQL injection, and here it will be on the vulnerability in the where clause allowing retrieval of hidden data. I already got the lab started, so if you want to go ahead and trigger that. So this lab contains an SQL injection vulnerability in the product category filter. When the user selects a category, the application carries out an SQL query of the following. So it actually shows us what it's saying. So select anything from products where category equals gifts and release equals 1. So we can say unreleased probably means 0. All right. To solve this lab, perform a SQL injection attack that causes the application to display one or more unreleased products. Okay, so here we go. Here's the site, and you see there's what, four. So there's like 12 items there. If we click on gifts, you'll notice at the top it says filter question mark equals gifts. So that's important. And you come on down here and you'll see there's only 3. With that in mind, let's go on ahead and bring up Burp Suite. Let's go ahead and turn Interceptor on. And of course, we're using the Burp Suite browser, so we don't have to use Foxy Proxy. And I'm just going to refresh this page. And when I do, it should catch over here. And it did. So we're going to go ahead and send this to repeater. And for now, I'm going to just say Interceptor off. So let's go back to repeater. And we're going to send this to see what it should look like. Yep. There's all the stuff. Cool. And we can also go to render and see what it looks like here. Okay. Now, if you look at these different parameters, you can see different ones. And see if there's any that... Here we go. See, if you look in request or query parameters, category value equals gifts. And if you look here at the very top, that's this section right up here, okay? That's that right there. So, minimize that, come back over. So we could mess with that. Response headers. Yeah, I believe it was this one here. So what we can do is put a single quotation mark up here, and we'll click send. And what will happen? We get this internal service error. Interesting, right? If you're curious, you can actually do this over here. Just do that and look. It will also show you that same message. So you can actually do this without Burp Suite, but Burp Suite will show you what's going on. And what we can do now is we're trying to see anything and everything. Well, one of the most famous things you can do is the or 1 plus 1, which always means true. So we're going to do a plus mark here. And then we're going to do or 1 equals 1. And then we do dash dash. And the dash dash will comment the rest of this out. So we'll do that and hit send. And there we go. As you can see, we see a lot more items in here besides those 3. So, come back over here. What do we try typing in? If you notice, it says solve lab, but we'll do it over here as well. We did the plus sign or all in caps plus 1 equals 1. And then we do the dash dash at the end to comment everything else out. Hit enter. And as you see, it shows what we typed, but congratulations to the lab for the flag. But as you see here, there is more items than the 3 that I initially had shown. So we are showing everything. Remember, when we showed all items, there was only 12. And we see more than 12 items here. So congratulations, guys. We did it. This was more of a simple case for SQL injection, but congratulations. One last thing. I want to throw a warning out there. Take care when interjecting the condition or equals 1 equals 1 into an SQL query. Because if you add or 1 equals 1 to SQL query, you don't know if it's going to be harmless or not in the context you're injecting it into. Because sometimes there may be links or chains. And if your condition actually reaches an update delete statement, for example, it can cause accidental loss of data, which could even be catastrophic. So be mindful what you're doing. You guys be safe, stay secure, and stay ethical. Right, bye-bye.